Okay, new setup today. Now we'll explain that. Well, first off, we're kind of like in the same area, but my computer is next to me now instead of kind of like behind me in a way. Well, behind me, yeah. It's just a bit easier to be able to function and grab all the console stuff, all that crap if I need it for videos. But also, one of my shelves was actually collapsing because of the weight of the records. There was too many above the top half of it, and it just started collapsing, so I needed a new one. Rearranged my whole room, and I love the setup a lot better. It's easier to get around, and it's also better for videos. Don't worry about that. I gotta organize all that crap soon. They're all dollar records, so don't worry. But I wanted to do something special for like every month because I think it would be interesting. So if you follow me on TikTok, and if you don't, you should. I talk about music weekly, I'd say. I'd say it's almost every other day now, just to make it a bit easier with uploading to YouTube, since it's kind of on them off day that's like TikTok, then YouTube, then so on and so forth. That's how I wanted to keep doing it, and that's like the best way for me to produce like better quality content and all that. But I talk about music on there a lot. I don't really talk about it a lot on here, and I understand there's probably a little bit of a gap between those two, so I wanted to do that today, just every month to kind of show you what I've got. So for this month, for January, even though you're seeing it February 1st, don't worry. This will be from Christmas, like I would say like December 20th to the end of January, just because I got a few cool things around Christmas time, and I feel like they should be put in here as well. So we're gonna start off, we'll start off with the CDs, because I only have two. I have four. Where are the other two? Hold on. We're gonna start off with like the Christmas ones. I got mainly a lot of my music from Christmas was David Bowie, another group, and then Obscure Music. Because I'm starting to collect a lot of them and trying to preserve it in a physical media base. The first one on the list is Automatic Fine Tuning's self-titled album. An interesting album. It's like prog rock in a way I'd describe it. Very odd. I'm trying to see. It is a 2005 repress. There's only 4 tracks on this whole thing. You can see it all there. The different acts and all that. It's like a 14-minute track, 4.5, almost 16 minutes, and 3.5. So pretty interesting album. I believe this is one of their only albums, which sucks because a lot of these groups make such kick-ass albums, but yet they're just like, okay, we're done now. So it's going to be kind of the same for Tobruk's album, Adlib, or it's also referred sometimes, I've seen it as Cashbox in very rare scenarios, so that's something for it. But this is the Brazilian press of the CD, which I think is interesting. I have it sealed, and it's actually, I don't know if you can see like the little rigid part. The actual CD is in an envelope when they sent it, so that was pretty interesting, and I love that they did that to keep it safer. Next up, we have Silberbart's 4 Times Sound Raising. They're like German group. This is from, 71? Yeah, I want to say 71. It's labeled as like krautrock, hard rock, prog rock, stuff like that. Again, 4 tracks, 4.5 minutes, 16 minutes, 10 minutes, and 12 minutes. My favorite is God, which is the 3rd track. And just honestly, a great album overall. And this is actually the German pressing of the CD from 2012, which is pretty cool. I got this one for Christmas. And then last up, I bought this for the 25 years of Twisted. Now, I hate that they're doing it every other week and not every month, because already the Wicked release came out, and I have not been able to pick that up yet. And now the Freak Show release is coming out. Like, what the hell? Slow the shit down. But I have Abominations. It's the 25th anniversary edition of Twisted, not of the album. The album is 11 years old. So it's like a holographic cover to it. I don't know what version this cover came from, but it has like the gold foil sticker, and on the back it has Sucks to Be You and Return of the Pervert, which are, if you know how this album is, there was a Madrox and Monoxide version, Sucks to Be You, I believe, came out on Monoxide's version, where it had his slipcover, and Return of the Pervert came out on Madrox. Did I just say Madrox twice? I hope I didn't. I blanked for a second there. But it has both tracks on one. Awesome. I'm keeping them sealed. I've learned my lesson to CDs, especially of like rap groups and all that. Don't open them, because apparently they can skyrocket in value randomly. And I did not know that. So, next up is... This is all the CDs we have. Cassettes. Now we're going to start off again with Twisted Abominations, 25-year anniversary cassette. It has this little, like, OBI strip, kind of. That's the only way I can describe it, because that's what it reminds me of. And I'm honestly not a fan that it's on the outside of the shrink wrap, because it's more at risk to get messed up. But I was lucky enough to buy the lot in the bundle, so I was one of the lucky 100 to get the gold cassette, which is pretty cool. And this one as well has both tracks, like both the deluxe tracks, and not too bad there. So my only complaint with this is that OBI strip on the outside. Other than that, not bad. Then we have two. Do I have another one? No. I had to think, I was like, am I missing something? Maybe. I have a Middle Eastern copy of the very best of Uriah Heep. Apparently these were like military tapes sold to the military over there. That's the only information I got, and the guy I got them from got. It's from Team Records, and this is actually what the cassette looks like. But this one, I have two of these, kind of same exact ones. This one has Lunis PPN. No idea who that is, but it has like a military insignia thing on it, which is cool. Got the lyric booklet. I'm guessing part of it's in like, I don't want to say Arabic, but like it's definitely not English on the front cover, but the lyrics are in English. And that's the back, and there's actually like a little barcode thing in the very part here. It's very hard to see. Very odd. And it's the same with this, the very best of Led Zeppelin, Team Records again. It's weird. One thing I find weird, it has this like weird, like, it's like a bookcase cover, like a dust cover, and the same thing with these. For some reason, this is like the most interesting part to me. And then you have the lyric book for that. Then you have all four members on the inside, as you can see. I think I only paid a couple bucks a piece for these, so I'm not like breaking the bank on these. These are pretty easy to come by, and they're pretty easy to pick up. This one is cool. This is Web of Sunset, Steel New Days. This is an EP back from 2015. And it's the same program on both sides. I have a digital download code that's most likely been used. From what I can tell, they're like folksy, indie music, stuff like that. That's the best way I can describe it. I only picked it up for like $1, which I was just lucky to find, because I was like, it's such a weird cover. It's just a white beach, and there's no other information on the outside. So it's just, I was like, why not pick it up? We have the Carnival of Carnage. Now, this took over 2 months to get to me. I got this in the beginning of January, and it did not come with a hype sticker originally, as they were advertised. This in the CD. I did not get the CD. I regret it, but it has just interesting look to it. It has the blue back and all that. It's not really anything super special for a 30th anniversary edition, but here's the cool part. Someone made custom stickers, and they made like 100. They're like, I'm gonna give them away. I was lucky to grab one, so I put it on there, and I think it looks nice. Then we got Ugly Kid Joe, As Ugly as They Wanna Be. I've not listened to this in full yet, but I know a few tracks off it. My favorite, where is it at? Probably Everything About You is my favorite. But other than that, not too bad of a set to pick up for a couple bucks. This is an interesting one. This is the Beatles interview. Here the Beatles Tell All. This is from, what is it, 84? There it is. I had to like double check. I've not listened to this yet, just because I don't have a full working cassette player to where it won't eat the cassette. But I'll just pick it up. It was $1. So I had to get it. I like the Beatles. So now I have a weird interview. Side one is Jim Stick interviews John Lennon. And then I'm guessing did I say Dave? I don't know. Hold on. Dave Hall interviews John Paul, George, and Ringo. So that's pretty interesting. I've not listened to it. I want to listen to it, though. And we have 10 Years After the Greatest Hits. This is the London label one. I love these collections. I have one for David Bowie. I know Savoy Brown, and I think 2 others. It's a weird collection line where they all kind of look like this. I don't know much about them, but I love them because they're just so weird. It's just a greatest hits thing, nothing super special about it. Favorite song off it probably I Woke Up This Morning. Yeah, again, not super crazy thing. Like Crazy Nights by Kiss. I had it in my hand, I was like, I had to do it. So this is my second 80s cassette from Kiss. And it's also one of the 2 80s albums I own from Kiss. I don't know any CDs or vinyl from their 80s era. I'm not really a super huge fan of their 80s stuff, in my opinion. It's like, it kind of just misses for me. Not too bad. I like Creatures of the Night. This one's an okay one too. That's why I picked it up for a couple bucks. Then I have, Spin Doctors, Pocketful of Kryptonite. Another cool one that I had the CD of. And then I picked this up. And I picked this up for like $2 or $3. This one's cool. It actually encases the whole entire set in there. Okay, that was done for the cassettes. Now we're on to the 7 inches. And these are a majority of these. I was lucky enough that one of the 3 local record stores near me has gotten in a lot of it's like punk, thrash metal, hard rock, whatever the hell you want to call it, emo rock, whatever the hell. I like picking up these kind of 7 inches because most of the time they're just like weird local stuff, or they're like it's the same thing, only made like one project and that's it. So I love picking these up just to have the history of it. So we have Outcome here. This is one of their EPs. Looks pretty cool. I had to wait to see if I could show you this side. But what's cool, it's a local record for me, which is just, I love picking them up. And I think I only paid like $2 or $3. Again, this one's on a solid black vinyl, as you can tell. Trying to see if there's any little tidbit of information in here. Whoa. Oh no! I forgot about this. There are 2 in the same. Somehow I was able to get 2 of the records in one. I don't know how I did it, but I did. Which I thought was pretty damn cool. I was like, wait a minute. And they are both the solid black ones, so there's nothing special there. But still, pretty cool to find. Then we have, what is this one? Clancy Six and Vincent Price's Orphan-Powered Death Machine. That's a mouthful right there. Cool, I'm going to take it out to show you. I don't like how a lot of them are just kind of this, like, folding paper thing. I wish it was just a full one. But it also doubles as, like, a lyric sheet. How many songs are on each side? 3 songs and 3 songs. So 6 songs total on this. Oh, I forgot about it. It's on clear vinyl, which is just awesome looking. I know not everyone's a super huge fan of clear vinyl, but if you're gonna do like I only picked it up for a couple bucks, so it's not too bad. But it's like, if someone, like if it was a record store day exclusive on a clear vinyl, that's not a big selling point. Make it colored or just make it solid black vinyl. No clear. And then we have what is this? Republic of Dreams and can't pronounce the second one. I can't. I was looking at it. I was like, just can't. Maybe it's in it. Autarkia. Best of. That's my knowledge of it. It's cool. It's like construction paper, which is pretty wild feeling. What is this? Solid black vinyl. Yep, just solid black vinyl in it. Nothing special. But mainly I picked this one up because I like the drawings on it. I like the artwork. Whoever did the artwork for these, I don't know if it's on there or not. I gotta double check. Whoever did it, great job, because it's just crazy looking. It reminded me of what did it remind me of? Where the Wild Things Are, honestly. Put this over here, I'll fix that later. Then we got Black Army Jacket, The Paths of Two Swords as One. That's a mouthful again. This came out, I believe, like late 90s. Is this a whole album? I forgot. Oh god, it folds out. It's been a minute since I've taken it. Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. You see it's on solid black vinyl. So, it's just the whole album. This is the whole album pretty much. I don't know how they did it. It's I Heard, Jaws, The Anthem, Make It Stop, Slaves to Destruction, The Shake, I Lived on What I've Stolen, and Hoped Inside a Lie. Weird. Some Serial Number, Covered by Snow, Genma, and Paladin Gasto. I don't know. But still, that is crazy that you're able to fit that many songs in there. They look very, very small, so that's probably how they did it. But still, whoa! I'm picking these up for like $2 to $3 a piece. I'm like getting full-fledged albums for like a bargain. That's how it's seeming. This is probably my favorite one that I picked up. That I've actually listened to, and I actually really like it. Crimson Curse, and then the other band is the Festival of Dead Deer. Weird album. Oh, now I know why. Now I remember why I loved it. Because it's an odd shape. This is an odd shape to it. It's a square. This is the actual record. It's a bit dusty right now, so I gotta just clean it up. But I'm not touching any of the ooh, let's drop something. Not touching any of the grooves. That is amazing. I just love it. Oh god, there's a lot of writing on that side and that side. Holy hell. Is there anything else special on here? No. I want to get it into a special sleeve, just to kind of keep it safe. But in here you have Crimson Curse and the Festival of Dead Deer. It's a pretty interesting looking one. I think I paid $4 for this one. But in my opinion, that's like worth every penny. Especially the cool covers and like the square record. I only have 2 square records. This and then the Bowie Next Day one. What's this one? Meadowlark. Forgot about this one, but this is interesting. It's a cardboard sleeve, which is pretty interesting to me. There we go. It's on a solid black again. Nothing too special about it. It's on High Water Records. Then we have, that's probably one of the most interesting pieces of it. It's like a whole booklet. Don't Know Who You Are. Looks like Mick Jagger, kind of. But it's just a little booklet. I'm guessing it's about the album, which is just pretty neat. I think I've listened to this one. This one isn't super bad. I just pick them up trying to just preserve the music, because God knows what would happen to them. And this one's a cool one. The Holiness of the Valley, Not of the Flock. And it has The Light of God, Bandages 1, Bandages Eye, Burial Ground, and then Play to the Father and The Golden Gate. This one has, again, solid black vinyl. I'll show you the other side too, because it's just cool artwork on them. And that's just what it is. That is weird. I've never seen one like that before, which is just bizarre. And this is a poster. It's been a minute since I've opened this one. So it's like a lyric. It's a lyric sheet poster. That's pretty awesome. It's just little cool stuff like that they add into it. That just makes it better, you know? It's like anything to just make it a bit more interesting rather than just record and sleeve. Then we have Chalkline and Figurehead on Shandell Records. This is out of Ohio. This actually might be like, it's with a mailer. It even says it. Holy hell. This is actually, I swear, stuff like people within these groups are creative as hell. This one's the one that I remember being like big in like the amount of like extras they give you. And again, $3. So we have like, is it a poster? No, it's like a book. So it's it's like, here's pages, inside out distribution thing, in memory of, can't read it unfortunately because I am bad at it. Pretty damn interesting, I'll say. One person revolution. Recorded February 96. So that's pretty cool from my opinion. Then we have Chalkland Records, like a promotional thing for it. And the actual record itself, again, solid black vinyl. Nothing special about it. It's pretty cool though. Definitely, now that I've realized that it's this is like an envelope you get at the store. Like you can go to like Dollar General and pick up like a pack of these. So making them probably wasn't that expensive. But that's just still the creativeness of it. That's what I like about like a lot of local or like DIY stuff like that. It's always interesting to see how the hell they come up with it. And now I have a record with an envelope, and I never knew that. The last of the 7 inches is actually like a normal rock one. Renegade by the Styx. This is my first copy of the single, and I've never had another one before it, so that's just a pretty interesting piece to grab. And it is clean. I think I paid $2 for this. Surprisingly, I got so lucky. I got all these pretty much on the same day almost. Now we're on to the actual big vinyl, the 12 inches, the LPs, whatever you want to call them. First off, Black Tie, White Noise by David Bowie. It's like a jazz-infused kind of shit. Nice album. This is from the 75th birthday collection. I'm trying to read it because it's a bit hard. Obviously, Black Tie, White Noise is a really good one. Jump They Say is another really good one. Miracle Good Night, I forgot that was on here. But a lot of good ones. And we have, let me just start kind of filtering them back. Silver Bart, 4-time sound rating, the 2012 German pressing of the vinyl. This was a bit expensive, but I got it for Christmas, and this is one of my favorites in my collection. I want to find the gnome that looks like this and recreate it, just so I can have it in my room. It's weird, I know, shut up. And now we're getting into the normal shit again. We have 10 years after, A Space in Time. I was looking for this record for years. About a year or two. I tried to make it so much more dramatic, but it came out like that. But this was so hard to find for some reason. I had the CD, but then I found a record, but it was like junked and beat to hell. So I was like, oh, bummer. Then I have this one. I found it for $6. It has a bit of wear in the cover, but I don't care. It's better than nothing for me. When the record itself is like very clean like that. Hell yeah. It's the best part about it. Okay. Ow. Whoa. Now we have, again, Twisted Abomination, the M&E Store exclusive. This is the Madrox cover version like I was saying before. And this also has both tracks. I believe this is the one on blue vinyl. The Monoxide cover has the red. So, pretty cool. I'm going to be getting the other ones soon so you can see them when they come in. Or whenever the hell I get them. This one I got. This is another one of those like obscure music ones. I still have yet to listen to this one. But I know it's like, I think it's like some sort of rock one. But it's from a group called Sonoma. Interesting. I believe this is one of their only albums, or one of the few. But this is a promotional record for Broadcaster View version, which is interesting. It's a bit chewed up, but I only got it for like $3. This is the inside one, looks like. You gotta check that out. And I'll show you the actual record itself. I believe, it's on a ABC Dunhill one, but here's the cool part. This is actually on the front of it, stuck on it. This is kind of just where to cut it and all that. Or whatever the hell they do to the records. Which is interesting. It's been a while since I found one, because they're normally like a sticker. They're not paper. And the record itself actually says, to say it on this side better, promotional copy not for sale. So that just shows you it's like a full promotional copy, and someone didn't just slap a sticker on it to say it's more money or whatever the hell. And I've had that happen in some states where it's like, oh, it has that gold promotional stamp, but it's just a normal copy to record. And it's like, oh, you pay $50 if it's promotional, but like the Discogs value is like 5 or 12. I've been burned a few times, but hey, you live and learn with a lot of these things, you know? You just live and learn. There's another one, Cold Blood, The First Taste of Sin. Another interesting one on like that obscure music line. I don't know how many albums they made, but same kind of scenario. Look at the record. Cause I know it's clean. It's on Reprise, like the ship looking one. Not bad. Plus the cover kind of was like, ooh, interesting looking. Anything else in here? I felt something slip. New. I'm just going crazy. I am getting hot in here, and it's January and it's cold. What the hell? Where is it? There we go. There's another one. Baby Grand. I swear, this is a meme. One of these is a meme. I don't know where the hell it came from, but it is. But this is from 77. It's on Arista Records. I like the feel of it. Like, the cover, it feels like very tough and glossy. And that's what the sleeve looks like. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen an Arista label on a 12-inch. I always have like the 7 inches. So that's what it looks like. Nothing too special. I think I paid like $7. But, oh god, I didn't see the cat till now. Look at that demon. Okay. Slip that back in here. Next up. Perfect. Next up, we have Lighthouse, Sunny Days. I believe this is on my radar of like obscure stuff, so that was an interesting one to pick up. Let's just check it out because it is a gatefold. And personally, I am not a fan of gatefolds. This is like, they're like my least favorite. I don't know why. It's like, this seemed pointless. Why put this piece? Why not just put a paper inside with the details? Like, what's that extra cardboard cover need? Ooh. This is nice. Evolution. Stereo Dimension Recording. This is heavy. For 72? Holy hell. Like, this is, compared to other ones that I have from 72, this has some weight to it. It's not like, oh, so heavy, but like, I noticed the difference immediately. I thought it was just the gatefold making it a bit heavy, but no. The record itself has some weight. Then we have Lee Michaels Barrel. I swear, today is not my day. It is an interesting one. I think he's had a few albums, and then in the 70s. It's just interesting look to it. I just liked how it looked. It looked like rustic in a way. Where is this from? Can I tell? Not from here. Wherever it is. They look awesome. Let's check what the record looks like. Ooh. I have never seen one like this before. Oh hell. Oh, thank God they were able to cover it up. They covered it up on this side too. I've never seen one like this. What's the one that's... like, what kind of music do they have? Tamiko Jones, Paul Desmond, George Benson. Okay. So not too crazy. What record label is it on? A&M Records. So just basic. It's like a gold beige look. Nothing special, but pretty interesting. I like the inner sleeve to it. That's honestly the most interesting part to me out of it. This is another one of those, like, I think it's like rock, maybe country rock? I'm not sure. A lot of these I pick up and I have yet to listen to them, but I want to. I was picked up two. We have Lamb. I believe, I don't know if they're like, they might be like gospel type from what I'm getting, because it's like the Judge 325 Hatish Catch 515. Baruch Hashem 306. Sacrifice Lamb. Yeah, I think these might be along the lines of that. But it actually sounds semi-decent, I will say. Yeah, I've listened to this one. The record shop where I got this one also had Lamb 2 and I think Lamb 3. Whoa. It's on... Whoa, what kind of record label is this? This is weird. I've never seen it before. Is it on the back here? It says Jubilation Group. Messianic Records. Weird. This is one I did not know about. But the record, I will say, it sounds semi-decent for like the music it is. So like, not a super bad listen for like $4. And it's part of the Obscure Music Collection now because it's random as hell. And then we have Flatist. I don't know who that guy is on the front there, but oh boy. So this one, it sounded okay from what I remembered. I've listened to it about a month now. And I think my favorite off it is Take Me Back Home. Not home, home. I think I got this at a thrift store, and it's on the Reprise label. I picked this one up and the next one up for like $1 or $2 a piece. So, pretty interesting. And this is cool. This is Giants, and this is a promotional copy. Has some pretty interesting ones on here. I think my favorite is Fried Neck Bones and Home Fries. If I had to really pick one, it's pretty interesting. It's on MCA Records. I love the cover on it, honestly. It's just a crazy looking one. Now, is this a promotional label? No, this is one that's promotion stamped. So nothing super special about it. But still, $2, that's a good deal, if I had to say so myself. Then we have, this was like one of the Grail finds, like, this is one of the first, like, 10 albums that I listened to for Obscure Music, and, like, this is, like, number 5 on my list. Plan 9's Dealing with the Dead. It's, like, it's labeled as, like, garage rock, psychedelic rock, punk, stuff like that. It's a whole mix of crap. And I was lucky enough to find it for $15. I know it's kind of on the asking point for it, but the center label is awesome. And what's really weird was it's supposed to come with a comic as well. And the day that I got it, the record label that the record store that got it in, another local one. A majority is either from 3 different stores within like a 5-10 minute radius of each other. That's how like close it is. But he just put this out this morning, like that morning, like maybe an hour before I got there. That's how lucky I got. And there's only 2 pressings of this album by Plan 9. It's this vinyl copy, and then a CD copy with a completely different cover. So that was great to pick up. Here's the second. Where? There. I was trying to figure out where to put it for a second. Oopsies. This was the second Bowie one that I got. One Outside, or just Outside. And this is also part of the 75-year Bowie, whatever the hell. And this is a great album. This is better than Black Tie, White Noise in my opinion. Out of the 90s albums, this and I would say Hours are probably like my top favorites, but they're all good. My favorites off of this probably being Outside, which is I just like it, it's interesting. I have not been to Oxford Town, and what is it? I'm Deranged, but also Strangers When We Meet. So many good songs on this, and it's a heavy boy. So I was lucky enough to grab that for Christmas as well. Then we have almost bent another record again. Then we have King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Omnium Gatherum. So my mom got me this for Christmas and she got it off Amazon, and it came like this. And like this cardboard sleeve. Has anyone else got this one like this? I know. I like the album, but I was expecting it to just come like this. Just as it is, with like the foil, like silver look. That's interesting. inside's like green. I forgot how green it was. I'll pull out one of the inner sleeves to show you. I am switching these all to anti-static sleeves once I get this part set out. That's kind of what it is, and then it has the lyrics. That's on pretty much both of them. But I'm not a super fan of the cardboard sleeve because I feel like with it pinching at the bottom, it can like cause damage to the gatefold. Maybe, I don't know. When I put it in a sleeve and get that all taken care of, that's pretty much going to be flattened behind it, just to kind of keep it safe and sound. Okay, and then we have 3 more. Oh, it's still dusty. Ow. So this one we have America. They're a group. It's like folksy rock stuff like that. I love this album surprisingly, and I was happy to get my hands on it. I'll show you the inside of it. Whoever Brenneman is, I have your record. It's on Warner Brothers. This is another one I gotta get an anti-static sleeve for or something. My favorite songs off it, where the hell is everything at? Oh, everything. There it is. Sandman is obviously like one of my favorites, but the one a lot of people know is A Horse With No Name, which is, it's okay. It's not my favorite. Sandman is honestly my favorite out of this album. So if you have not listened to that one, I recommend it. It's pretty cool. Then we have Positive Vibrations by 10 Years After. It's a bit dusty. I don't know why. I think this is one I got out of a dollar bin. But it's not bad. I think my favorite off of this one is, where is it at? Look Into My Life or Without You. So, pretty interesting album. 10 Years After, they're pretty cool in my opinion. This is on Chrysalis. I think that's also, it's a Columbia label. Yep. I hate this Columbia label where it's like red with that like Columbia circling it. That's like my least favorite record like label, like center label look or whatever. It just seems very cheap out of any of them, honestly. Then we have, gonna be ending it off soon, we have James Gang Rides Again, and everyone knows this one for Funk 49, which is honestly one of my favorite songs. Apparently they made a 48, but where's the other 47, huh? Not much I can really say about this one other than it's cool. It's on an ABC label, so not too crazy. And the inside's just a blast of color. I love the simplistic cover though, just that's what it is. The back looks like, and then the blast of color inside. Okay, last one. I'm glad I saved this one for last. The Pogues, Poetry in Motion. This has London Girl, The Body of an American, A Rainy Night in Soho, and then Planksty Knoll Hill. I got this. This is the green import version. And you know what the worst part about it is? Amazon sent it in one of those paper, like, mailer things, and it used the paper padding inside. Ew, I hate it. I hate having to cut it open. I sent it to that in a plastic mailer. So all the corners are, like, dinged and bent up. I was able to send it back. But also, the kick in the face. This is just sent like this. It has the beautiful green vinyl in it, but it's not in a sleeve. I'm, like, so grateful that did not get messed up at all, but still. What the hell? And for $25, you would expect them to do that. But overall, that was still a pretty nice pickup, and I'm glad I have it in my collection. And that is going to do it for this month. And you're seeing this on February 1st, but still. There you go. If you want to see more of the music on off days of me not uploading YouTube videos, I recommend you check out my TikTok. It'll be down in the description. I post music stuff there. It's about an album a day, like an album every other day, whatever the hell. And they're about maybe 30 seconds to a minute long. It's just something interesting. You learn some facts, you see something cool. You think, hey, I might want to listen to a record now. But that's all I got for you for now. If you liked it, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Do whatever. I can see you in the next one.